Atleta Mate is the spokesperson for police. She's responding to the Operation Dudula protest.
A case against Dudula. The charges that they're facing, firstly, public violence. The second one, assaulting of a police officer and contravention of the court order. You'll recall that they were handed down a court order not to intimidate and harass foreign nationals. So by their actions in trying to block the Nasrec and Baragwanath Road, we see it as an attempt to intimidate and harass foreign nationals. So the third charge there is contravention of their court order. We have arrested 2 individuals, Dudula members, and we have started with investigations. We have long maintained that we do not have an issue, we do not have a problem as the security cluster, as the net joints, when people protest, air their grievances, but they should do so within the confines of the law. We had maintained that we will not allow any lawlessness, any barricading and blocking of roads, and we do believe that their actions was meant to block the motorcades of the heads of states, as well as the dignitaries that are trying to access the Nasrec venue. So it is on that note that we have opened those charges. We have pressed charges against them. Public violence, assaulting of a police officer, as well as contravention of the court order. We had previously, during the week when we held a press conference as the Net Joints, requested the people of South Africa as well as interest groups to make sure that they protest within the confines of the law. Failure to do so, we did warn that we will act decisively and they will face the full might of the law. So we are enforcing the law. We have the public order police members that are here. They are enforcing the law. As you know, their duties is to ensure that they control large crowd gatherings and so on. So we are quite happy with the work that they are doing. They are just enforcing the law according to Section 205 of our Constitution.
Linda, can you please answer? The leaders of Dudula are accusing the SAPS of unnecessary force, and they are saying that they were merely marching towards the road that you're speaking about to be visible, and they were not intending on blocking any roads. That is the accusation they're making. What is your response to that?
Well, my response is that our public order policing officers have the powers to enforce the law, and they will do so without fear and favor. They were warned numerous times to go back to the Speaker's Corner. The Speaker's Corner is on my right. They have no right to march on the road where motorists and road users would be inconvenienced. So they were already blocking roads, and they were not sticking to the Speaker's Corner. So we have full faith and confidence in the operation that is being led by Colonel Pate and his team. If they have any case against the police, then they can register their case with IPID. But for now, we are enforcing the law, and we are going to make sure that there are no disruptions towards the G20 Leaders Summit. And we've long maintained that we are here to ensure that the G20 Leaders Summit takes place in a safe, secure, and peaceful environment. So we are here just to enforce the law. That is our mandate. That's our constitutional mandate, and we will continue to do so.
Sis Athlenda, Alpha Ramushwana here from Eyewitness News. You said there are 4 speakers' points. Have there been any other disruptions in and out, outside the Nasrec Expo Center?
Absolutely not. This is the only grouping that is posing challenges for us as law enforcement. We had women that were dressed in black in support of the Women for Change at another Speaker's Corner. They are protesting peacefully. They are sticking to the Speaker's Corner. I mean, we've got, I think it's members of the judiciary that are here. We've got other groupings as well. The elderly people that are here, they're not blocking roads. They're not stopping movement, attempting to stop movement of cars, of motorcades and so on. So we do not have a problem with those particular groupings. They've been very peaceful, and for that we'd like to thank them, for upholding the law. But our only problem is when people start to now block, motorcades, block routes. that are used to access the main venue where this G20 Leaders Summit is taking place.
Athlenda Crisaldo Lewis from SABC Television News. In terms of a security, at a security level, how would you categorize at this particular point, from a security level, how things have gone? Tomorrow is the last day of the G20. How would you categorize it thus far? You've already indicated that there hasn't been any other incidents. How would you categorize it so far in terms at the security level?
No, in terms of categorizing this particular event, nothing has changed. The event is running smooth. It's just a small group that is trying to make our life difficult as law enforcement. So far, safe and secure environment. Everything is going as planned. There is no threat to any of the participants, the delegates, the heads of state. So we are quite confident that even tomorrow, the status quo will remain, and we will continue to ensure that we put the necessary measures in place. I had long indicated that Nasrec is a red zone. It is a restricted area. If you are not in possession of a valid accreditation card, you will not be allowed in the vicinity. Those that still want to protest and so on within the confines of the law, we are here to also ensure your safety, but we are not going to allow lawlessness, not under our watch. This G20 Leaders Summit will take place in a safe and secure environment, and it will run smoothly up until tomorrow when it ends. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Michelle and Vuyo, that is Athlenda Mate, the spokesperson of the National SAPA, to us about some of the charges that have been laid against some Operation Dudula members. We understand 2 charges have been opened and 1 police officer is in the hospital, has been hospitalized, and also one of those charges is in relation to a contravention of a court order, contempt of court rather, over that Gauteng High Court judgment that essentially barred the Operation Dudula from performing any intimidation, as well as blocking foreign nationals from accessing certain facilities. So we expect that it is raining at the moment. We expect that there may be a clearing of the scene now, and we also understand that other groupings have since vacated the area. We expect that the G20 Summit, of course, as Athlenda Mate says, the security apparatus is still on its toes in relation to that and is ensuring that essentially